Hello, 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 my favorite entrepreneurs. How are you doing today? Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry if you hear like jingling in the background. So it's not Santa's reindeers, it's my new doggy. You want to bring Axel over here? Show everybody. Would you like to see? We've got Gracie girl and Axel boy. That's my new son. He's running away from her right now. So I have to get them. They want to say hello to all of you. So here's Axel and Grace.
We're playing fetch.
Where they're playing fetch. So they're going to go in the family room now, right? All right. So say bye-bye.
I look so tan.
You do look tan. All right. So in case you're wondering, why am I upstairs in my dining room? Been a lot going on. Yeah, I'm upstairs.
Wow.
This is upstairs from my studio, my office. So I'm going to tell you something, and this will help you to understand why you have to have a business that runs all the time on automation in the background. Okay. I'm going to explain my 5-step blessing method. So first, my husband has been working at the base in San Diego. We're in Maryland outside of DC. He gets exposed to COVID. He comes home and he's got to go to a hotel. But before he knew he was exposed, he found he was exposed, and then he went into the room next to my office downstairs. Well, I have compromised immune system, so I can't go there. He's Lysoled everything, and then I couldn't take it. So he went to a hotel. So I haven't been able to go down to my office because we don't know germs, right? But he's fine now. He's coming home tomorrow. So I've been, holding down the fort, right? Got the kids, got a dog while he was away, all kinds of interesting things. Okay. But imagine if every time something happened, like we got this new puppy, right? Who cost $2,100 at the vet after we got him because he wasn't feeling well. What if I stopped my business? How would I keep the lights on? How would I do all of these things that I am, that I need to do? Hold on one second. Grace, you need to come get him because he just peed. He just peed underneath my thing. I think he peed. I don't know. He's a boy dog, but he squats. He just likes to hide under everything. So it's distracting, right? But what if every time something happened, I stopped my business? So think about your business. Are you constantly doing up and down, stop and go? Because life happens, okay? You've got to have a business that runs like a machine, okay? So my blessing method, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you the recipe. I want you to screenshot it. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Could you please come and get the dog? Okay. He's been under the hutch. He's been everywhere. I need you to just pick him up and just go. Okay. So I can be live. All right. So that's Grace. That's my 9-year-old. See, it's a zoo in here. I'm just a regular mom. All right. So this is my blessing method. Okay. So I don't know if you can, oh shoot, you can't see it. All right. Well, I guess you can't see it. So I'll just tell you what it is. Okay. So it's 5 steps. Okay. So I'm going to go in order. So grab your pen and paper. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you why we do this. So it's attract. Okay. Pre-qualify. I'll tell you again. Present. Referrals, team members, automation, and retention. Okay, so that's what it's going to be. You're going to write it down. But let me explain to you the basis of it. Okay, so all my life, and I don't know if you've ever felt like this. Tell me in the chat. Have you ever felt like this in your life? In my lifetime, I felt like I didn't belong. I felt less than. I felt like people were thinner and taller and prettier and had way more money than I did. And I just didn't feel like I just fit in, right? And so I realized as I started in the sales industry that the way we behave as sales professionals and entrepreneurs, we can trigger that less than feeling in someone else. Because we, right, don't want to come across pushies. You know what we do? We don't follow up. And when we don't follow up, we can make the other person feel less than. So my blessing method of doing business, those 5 steps, is all about honoring, about serving, about never losing out on an opportunity, and always making sure that that potential client or your client knows how special they are to you. When you do this, you will not run your business on emotion. Okay. So a lot of times, remember how I just said, we go like this, it's up and down, all the crazy, right? Because we're relying on emotion. We're relying if our hair looks cute, if the scale looked good, if all the stars are aligned. A lot of times that's how entrepreneurs want to work. But I believe if we just focus every single day on serving others, we can show up regardless of the number on the scale, if our hair is cute, all kinds of stuff. So are you with me? Let me know. Say yes if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So so that we make sure everyone feels important in our space. We're never going to come across pushy, okay? Because we're focused on others. So today I did a post on Instagram and other places, and I said that if you're asking people to order because you need to get a prize or because you need the order, you're not focused on serving. That is not my blessing method, okay? And if that's what you do and you feel bad about it, don't feel bad. You didn't know, okay? But I want you to realize something. If you keep saying to people, I need this, I need you to join my team, I need you to order because I'm going to get a prize, what? But they're going to give you a pity order. I'm not about pity orders. I want clients for life. Do you want clients for life? Tell me in the chat. Do you want clients for life or do you want a one-time sale? Okay. So think about that. If you're always getting these pity orders, then what's going to happen? Are you always just going to keep begging people? Or would you rather focus on serving? Would you like to serve others so they stay with you, so they give you referrals, so they want to be in your space for years? So I've been in one of my companies for 18 years. I have many of my original customers. I had a salon when I was 19 years old, and I'm 46 years old now. And do you know that many of those people are still with me now? Yeah. I can't believe I said my age out loud. Oh my God, that must make it true. Oh, oh, hey, Laura. So Laura wants clients for life. Awesome. Yay. Yes. Clients for life. Okay. So let's dive into the blessing method, okay? So attract, that's your first one. So I know lots of people tell you to make these reels and TikToks and all these things, right? I believe that we can just post regular on social media. You can post about your cute little doggy or your cat or your family trip, and you're going to attract people to you. I believe that we don't have to vomit our business information all over social media to gain clients. I actually think when you do that, you are repelling them. Just live your normal life, attract people in your space, and then do step number 2. Step number 2 of the blessing method is typically sales 101. Pre-qualification. In my world, that means you find out exactly what they want before you present, okay? So I teach that we do this through a series of questions, strategic questions in a survey. Psychologically, when someone's filling out a survey, they're not thinking that you're getting the results, even though you are and they know you are. So they're more honest. And when they're more honest, you can serve them. You are the solution to the problems that that they said they have. Do you have any idea how easy it is to follow up when all you have to do is say, hey, I received your survey. I have a couple questions for you. Is today or tomorrow best? And then you get on Zoom with them and you say, hey, so I see that you wanted help with blank. Oh, well, this is the solution. And they're like, it's $200. And they're like, okay, great. And you're like, all right. It's fast. Because the next step in the blessing method is step 3, and that's present effectively. Okay. So when you present effectively, do you know what you're doing? You're being a problem solver. I wish I had my magic wand. It's downstairs. Okay. When you present effectively, you are focused solely on what the other person said. I am so sorry that Grace is so loud. Grace, please. Sorry, they are having so much fun, but it is so loud and it's like open, sorry. Okay. So when you present effectively and you are the solution, you show that you are the solution to the problem that they said they have. Do you know what's going to happen? You will not hear these objections. I have to think about it. Now's not a good time. I don't have the money. I'm going to keep using what I'm using. If you hear those, that is a sign that you have what I call a pothole and you're not presenting effectively. You're not showing them why they need you. Like, have you ever had a presentation and you just knew that your product or service was the best thing for them? You knew it was going to transform their life or their business. And at the end, they didn't buy. And you're just like, what happened? I can't even believe it. Or you bought into their excuse of now wasn't a good time. You see, if you use a strategic survey, okay, and I mean everything is strategic, your questioning, your placement of name, everything, okay? If you ask strategic questions, guess what? And you present effectively, you're not going to hear those objections. You should be closing, meaning the money changes hands at a higher rate in about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So imagine you're having 15 to 20 minute appointments. People are buying. Okay. Can you imagine? What will that do for your community? What will that do for your bank account What do you want to do with that extra money? Do you want to pay off debt, take a trip? Do you want to bless your community? Tell me in the chat, what do you want to do with that extra income? And not only that, when you present effectively, you get the next part, referrals. It's called the blessing of the gift cards. So I teach you how to gain 5 strategic referrals per person. And maybe you're like, well, that's not very many. Well, let me explain this. There are 5 pre-qualified referrals that put themselves on your calendar. Okay. They are excited to talk with you versus you getting a list of 30 or so referrals and then you're chasing them down and they don't even know why you're bothering them. It will never be like that. Okay. The other thing is you're going to gain team members. Why? Because you're showing them the process is so simple. They're excited. So imagine what that would do. So you have to take one person and you get 5 out of that. You get 2, you get 10, and it goes on and on and on. Get your pen and paper out. Do the math, right? What's your average sale per person? Is it $200? Okay. So take 200 and multiply that by 10. Look how much extra money just from 2 people giving you referrals. Yeah. And it's very strategic the way I teach it. You wouldn't say something like, I grow my business from you giving me your friends' names. See, it's about you then, isn't it? That's not my blessing method. My blessing method is about serving. So it's a very strategic way that you're offering this gift for them to give to somebody else. It works beautifully in all industries. So now after you gain your referrals or your team members, you want to keep these people, don't you? Like Laura said, she wants clients for life, right? She wants clients for life. I love that. So now it's going to be automation and retention. So I teach how you're going to automate your business. So text messages, voicemail, the mailbox, email, all of that is going to be automated. Okay. And the thing about the automation is that it's going to look like it came from you. Nothing's going to look like corporate-y or nothing's going to look like it was for everybody. You, remember, are making them feel special. That's my blessing method, honoring. And imagine this. They didn't know you. You didn't know them. You're not spending all of that time courting, right? A lot of people say, I'm sorry, one second. All right, I'm sorry. I had to mute for a second because Grace is so loud. She's having so much fun with her puppy, and I don't know what it sounds like in here. Okay. So imagine people talk a lot about know, like, and trust. That people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. But I have a different take on that. I believe that people will buy from someone who's going to solve their problem, who is going to honor their time and not waste it. You see, you don't have to be best friends with someone or even know them, right? Or know all about them for you to do business. I want you to think about when you met your hairdresser. You probably didn't even say, hey, where do you live? Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? What's your favorite color? Blah, blah, blah. You didn't do all this. You just said, you maybe asked someone online, who cuts your hair? I like your hairstyle. And they're like, oh, I go to Gabriella. And you're like, okay, what's her number? And then you go, right? It wasn't a whole courting thing. When you bought your car, you knew what kind of maybe SUV or minivan you wanted, and you went to the dealership. You didn't say, let me see your family pictures. Let's go to dinner first. You didn't do all that. So why are you doing that in your business now? I don't believe you need it. I think that if you just focus, or not, I know that if you focus on serving others, they are going to fall in love with you and they're going to want to do business and give you referrals because you serve them. That relationship is going to be built as you go. Remember what I said? I have customers and clients from when I had my salon when I was 19 years old. They came in, I did their nails, or we did skincare, or whatever happened, or they went tanning. We didn't have a relationship first. They came in, they got their acrylics or their gels, right? And as they kept coming back, our relationship grew. And that's what's going to happen with your business now. So stop courting people, okay? Stop the courting. Start serving. Oh, that should be a t-shirt. Stop courting and start serving. I'm making a t-shirt, y'all. Making a t-shirt. So I hope that this gives clarity on what my blessing method is about. How do you feel about what I've just taught you? Remember, you will never, ever be pushy when you're serving. You'll never have a hard time following up because you're just checking back in because they filled out your survey. Or maybe you think, well, what if they don't fill it out? Well, I have a whole proven system of how many times you need to follow back up and words that you can say. Of course, you can make them your own, but I give you the framework. So you're not having to reinvent the wheel. What if I told you that in 1 week's time, with a blessing method, you could have hundreds of leads coming into your space. Can you imagine that? Never buying an ad. I don't even know how to do ads. I've never bought an ad before, okay? Hundreds of leads coming into your space. And if you pre-qualify and present effectively, think about that. So if you took 100, multiply it by your average sale per person right now. So maybe it's 100 times 200. That's your money you could make in a week's time. This method is very fast, okay? It's very effective. And you know what it's great for? It doesn't matter what your personality is. If you're an introvert or an extrovert or someone like me, I'm kind of a combo meal, you know? Some days I'm extrovert, some days I'm introvert, or maybe in a few minutes I could be both at the exact same time. Is anyone else like that? Let me know in the chat if you're like that as well, you know? But think about it. If you understand this method and you're in a team building situation and you teach your team this, imagine, guess what? Someone can start in a business and make money immediately. They don't have to know a whole lot. Just show them the survey and show them how to present from it. It's extremely fast. Right now, I teach master surveys to sell, where I teach how to write the survey effectively, how to craft your questions. Here's a nugget. The answer to all of your questions is your product or service. A lot of people make surveys or Google Forms and things like that, and they ask questions that are not even relevant. And they think, oh, well, I've got this survey. It's good. No. See, the survey is to sell from, surveys to sell, feedback to close. That's what I teach. So master surveys to sell, I actually gift you 3 templates and we fill them in together. We craft the questions together. We just role played. Some people are interested in that, some aren't, but it's great to see how it all comes together. And now I'm going to teach the recruiting, how I went from 1 to 198. I'm also teaching the blessing of the gift card. So if you're interested in that, that's called Master Surveys to Sell. I will put that down here. But what I wanted to offer you is if we have not had a chit chat before, and if you would like some custom business tips, I would love to chat with you. So comment below chat, say the word chat, and I will send you my survey, okay? And then just fill it out and it will take you to my calendar. I do set the timer because I'm a busy mama of 2 and a wife and all this stuff, and just like 15 minutes and I will, give you some nuggets. There is the information, mastersurveyssell.com. It's a self-paced course if you would like, or you can join in on live. It's on Zoom. It's also in a Facebook group. I also have a portal and an app. I'm all fancy now, where you can access all the information on the go or in years to come. Because what I teach is not like a fad thing, okay? Like Reels could go away or TikTok, we don't know, right? What I teach is how you can run a sustainable business, how you can set up your systems of how you attract, pre-qualify, present, referrals, team members, automate, and retention. So if you're interested, it's mastersurveyssell.com, or if you know someone who might be interested, please send this out to them. Otherwise, just type the word chat and I'll send you my link and let's have a little chit chat for 15 minutes. Pick my brain if you like, or if you want me to just give you tips, I'd love to. But I thought I'd come in since we have a lot of new people in my group, Business Talk for Sales, and following me on YouTube. I wanted to explain what my blessing method is. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Please comment below so I know what you think about this. Well, I hope that you have a great evening and a powerful week this week. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.